I always felt like we have an influence in our world and we're not separated from it. We're not separated from anything. And then I started finding all this research out there to support this idea and this intuitive feeling that I had. And I started to connect with other people in my world who had had the same feeling and were looking into the same kind of information and finding the same answers. And so my search just continued into the details of it all. And then I started reading all the books and like looking it up all over the internet and trying to figure out who we are in this whole creation process of life, you know, like what's our place in the world? And then finding a bunch of answers in all this stuff and then beginning to apply some of the processes, like hearing that meditation is super key and then applying meditation in my life and finding amazing results and finding amazing change in my world. The same being true with working with your chakras or just intentionally guiding your life in whatever way you want for yourself. After a few years of application and like trial and error, really, I've just found a lot of clarity and I've filled in a lot of the blanks for myself. And I feel like lately I've been watching amazing change in my world from what I'm thinking and feeling and then seeing how what I'm thinking and feeling affects what I'm experiencing in my life. So much so that it's undeniable to me that this is all happening. And in my opinion, anybody who chooses to look will find the same thing to be true. The science is overwhelming. It's completely insane, dude. There's so much scientific evidence that solidifies the fact that we're creating our world and that we are an integral part of everything that's going on in our world. And the individual human and the collective human. So I'm looking around at the world and everybody's sleeping on this idea. Everyone is walking around their world talking about how bad everything is and how they wish it could be different. And oh well, hopefully someday. And I am just tired of hearing about that. I love and honor everyone who thinks and feels that way because I am that person. I have doubt and fear, and we have complete control over it all. I have complete control over my doubt and fear. And I am in the position to change my doubt to knowing and my fear to love. And the fundamental thing being that what you're constantly focusing on and what you're constantly reiterating for yourself in your mind all the time and like telling yourself the way that it is the way it's going to be for you. And I just see a lot of people in my world telling the story of their life from the perspective of everything that they've been told throughout their whole lives. While that might be the truth in this moment for them, it's not the ultimate truth. You know, the ultimate truth is unity and oneness and love and the fact that we're all creators. And so, in my opinion, that's the most important thing that we could possibly be focusing on and thinking about and feeling about. To me, nothing is more important than beginning to think and feel on purpose and beginning to like guide your life in the way that you want. The idea of moving through the world and just accepting what's going on as the way that it is not an option. I am going to think and feel on purpose regardless of what anyone else around me is doing. And if that means I have to stop hanging out with some people, then I'm sorry, dude. But seriously, it doesn't have anything to do with the people. It doesn't have anything to do with anyone outside of me. It's just where I'm at and what I'm choosing to do with my attention. I refuse to give my attention to things I don't like and things I don't want. And I refuse to help you talk about the ways in which everything sucks and how awful the world is and problems that are going on. I will no longer give my thoughts and my feelings and my focus to that sort of thing in as much as I am able. And we do the best that we can. And the best that we can do is good enough. It's our best. It's great. What is not an option is perpetuating what is. And you perpetuate what is by talking about what is, and by thinking about what is, and by focusing on what is all the time, and feeling how awful it feels that what is. Let all that crap go, man. What is will change when your thoughts and your feelings about what is change. Who's gonna do that? You. Me. Everyone I know. Anyone who chooses to look and finds that their thoughts and their feelings have an effect on their world and then begins to think and feel on purpose, they're the ones changing the world. And every single one of us are that person. And so you cannot wait for anyone but you to get on the boat and to start to think and feel on purpose and consciously and intentionally. Dude, we are the example for each other, man. Be an example for your friends. Forget what's going on. Forget about the problems. Forget about the issues. They'll go away. They will take care of themselves, I promise. I've watched my life fall into amazing harmony. It's still not all the way there, but it's infinitely better than it was a year ago. It's infinitely better than it was 6 months ago or even last month, man. I feel liberated compared to last month. And compared to a couple months ago, man, just meditating regularly is life-changing. I want the same for you. I want everyone on earth to feel the joy and how unlimited we are, and to feel the possibility that exists within us. And we could do it. You could do it. I support you. You can do it. Pieces.